I am Lou with another episode of My Car Story, and today we're at the Woodward Dream Cruise, and I found a great car for you. I met Dennis. Dennis, your last name?
Koss, K-O-S-S.
Dennis, what year, make, and model is this one?
This is a 1962 Pontiac Catalina.
With what kind of treatment on it?
It's got the aftermarket Royal Bobcat dealership enhancement called the Bobcat treatment, both mechanically and cosmetically.
Let's take a look at our featured attraction. So as we come over here, I want to get right to the side for just a second and show them the back end of this. So right as we look at the back, Dennis, we've got the word Bobcat where we normally say Catalina. Tell me why that is.
They wanted to change the car completely in 1962. So other than the paint scheme, and they actually took a couple of B's from a Bonneville. It used to say Pontiac back there, and called it a Bobcat along with the Bobcat treatment.
So they actually put the word Bobcat in there. I did not know that. I knew about Royal Pontiac. There's a actual
That's the
trim ring, right? Can we open up the trunk since we're right here? So just like a Grand Spalding Dodge car or a Shelby where they take the Mustang and turn it into a Shelby product, Pontiac used to do that with this car. All right, we'll close that. Let's go to the side of it and show this off. This car is one of my favorite spots. Come on back with me. Now, first of all, why did you have to find this car out of all the cars in the world?
I actually tried to buy this car from Royal Pontiac in 1962. I missed the dealer, the manufacturing cutoff. They started making 63s when I went to the dealership. I ended up with a 63 Grand Prix, which was a great car. But ever since then, through muscle cars and sports cars, I finally found this car that was being restored. I bought it and had it restored correctly.
To the Bobcat, Royal Bobcat treatment. So let me show some features. Number one, you'd have that Royal Bobcat there on your roof. And tell me about these spinners.
Spinners were just a stick-on as part of the cosmetic change to make the car look different than every other Pontiac. That's part of the Bobcat treatment, along with the paint scheme here and the paint scheme here and across the back. They wanted it to look different, like a Shelby Mustang looks different.
So that silver insert striping along with this silver paint here that comes along the top. Great wraparound windshield. Let me show the 421. And while we've got a moment, the hood spears, let's step back from it and take it in from the side. Come on back with me. So how long have you had it?
About 12 years.
We'll let people just take that in. Well, that's pretty right there.
Thank you.
What's the color on this one?
It's called Belmar Red. It was a special color that year.
Belmar?
Yeah.
And on the front, let me show the front with that Pontiac Eagle's beak right here. Tell me what these are.
After I had it restored, I took it to a national convention and it was judged, won gold as a stock car. After that, when I had the Bobcat treatment done to it, I took it to another convention. They judged it as a modified dealer modification correctly and won gold in that too. It was kind of nice.
Congratulations. I like the spears here. Let's open the hood, shall we? We've got that right there. So now, was there any special stamping on the firewall or anything that said Bobcat?
No. Everything you see here is factory correct. There have been some major modifications in the engine. It's bigger and stronger than it should be, but nothing that most people won't recognize. So everything you see here is like out of the factory.
So is it 389? Or
no.
Excuse me, 421 as it says on the side.
Yeah.
And then we've got the dual quads.
It came with tri-power if you wanted, but the dual quads were a special order.
Got it. There's no fender firewall tag on it or anything saying Catalina? Or?
No. And you'll notice there's no heater. There's a heater delete plate. There's no radio in this car. It's basically a stock race car. Back then you bought the most inexpensive model, put all the money into the high performance stuff, got out on a Woodward and raced it.
Let's take a look at the interior. We can keep the hood open for the moment. May I open it? Thank you. So here's our interior. Getting a chance to show that door sill.
Standard 4-speed, high performance though.
We've got our buckets.
It does have the Ventura upgrade interior, which is a little fancier than the Catalina.
Yeah, I like the interior. There's your Pontiac logo, your hood liner.
The only thing that's not stock on this car is the tack and that little gauge cluster at the bottom, but they are period correct.
I was just gonna say, you've got the Sun tack, which back in the day, that's exactly what you put on your car.
Right.
Because this did not have a tack, so let me just take my time. Now, is that miles since the restoration?
That's from a tune-up, a major tune-up. Doesn't have that many miles anyways. We don't drive it that much.
And there's your radio delete.
Radio delete, heater delete.
And there's your Catalina. Our gauges and the all-important 4-speed.
It's a Hurst 4-speed, and it's got the Rock Crusher, Muncie Rock Crusher transmission, because the T10 transmission that came in it for racing just didn't kind of hold up.
Got it. All right, let's, and I see you got this choke here as well. There. Is this an ashtray?
It was an ashtray, and above that was the radio. Yeah.
Got it. All right. Was an ashtray. Let's fire it up, shall we? Let's start it up. Get some work. Let me listen to that idle for a second. Dennis, give it a rev, please. One more good one. With a little body rock. All right, come on out. We'll shut that down. Now, obviously, here we're, as you can see, kind of booked in, so we won't be going for a ride, but what a great car.
Thank you. That just probably cost me $8.
$8, but a big smile on both of our faces, I'll tell you that right
There you
there.
go.
What a great car.
Thank
what
you.
a fun time. Thanks so much for bringing it, and thanks for being at my car store.
Thanks for choosing this car.
My pleasure.